Hello everyone and welcome to arcademoica, vlog number 12 from the Doctor Who Pinball restoration. And it starts on a pretty jolly mood because I just fixed a Terminator 2 pinball. Yeah, this machine belongs to Patrick Toulouse, and this is the same guy I did the Getaway. And he bought it non-working, he brought it to me, and I didn't spend any time, any love on it since I have it because I was mostly working on the Doctor Who. But this morning I felt like I should definitely took some hours to make it start, and I did some work inside and realized there was only a connector that was not connected. It was kind of hidden behind the MPU, so the start button was not working, and now
Judgment Day.
It's Judgment Day time. Here we got it working.
Take your best shot.
And it actually has a broken cannon. So I'm gonna close it because the sound is is very loud, but unfortunately the cannon is broken. We'll work on that later, but at least the game is 99% working. That's great. And right now, since I'm done with removing all the upper playfield part, I'll be removing everything that is underneath. And what the strategy I'm going to have right now, I'm gonna go full berserk pipette today. Yeah, it's a full berserk pipette day because I'm simply gonna be unscrewing a lot of screw, and I have a magnet at the end, and I will discard every screw in a bucket like that, and once everything will be unscrewed, I will slide a cardboard underneath, then be able to move aside everything and put the NOS playfield afterward. What you think about that? Let's get started. So, this didn't even turn out half as bad as I thought it would be. It actually went pretty well. Okay, so now we have an almost bare playfield. I cannot remove that part right now because there's a screw just located here underneath the bracket. Let's say that's not the real problem. So we have all the, let's say, the vasculary system of the pinball set aside before I will put this back on the new playfield. Every mechanism will be tore down and cleaned, and especially for the slingshot, the flippers will be rebuilt, this kicker will be clean all around. So the pop bumpers will be clean also, as much as the wiring harness. Of course, I will not be dipping all of this in soapy water. I will clean by hand, parts by parts. Okay. Now what I have to do is a lot of prep works. I need to remove like those little thing here that are actually, I don't know if I have any in spare, but these are the guides that allows you to align the flipper at the right position when you assemble the flipper. So these are guides. Of course I will remove that. I will use this Playfield as a reference for the position of every little T-nuts. And I will also put out every nails screw that helps to hold down the pop bumper in place, because these are nails, but they have they are threaded nails. So yeah, you think it's true, but they have a flat head. So these needs to be hammered down in the new Playfield. I will most possibly have to drill holes in the new Playfield. I don't think the holes, the current holes, are big enough. So how does it look? Looks pretty cool, eh? Yeah. So let's take this Playfield out of the road history, put it aside, and remove the nail screw. These are definitely not the common nails you'll see in any hardware store. They are pretty exotic, don't you think? They have some kind of screw. Well, they have two types of threading. Okay, now we have a bare Playfield. Isn't it looking cool? So this is an old Playfield that could easily be turned into a coffee table or wall art. Who knows? Or maybe for a more beat up game, this could be salvageable to be put into another game if somebody feels like it. Because except for the inserts, there's no big damage caused by the balls through the years. Even the pop bumper section is in good shape. It has minor protection almost everywhere. Okay, so let's bring the beast, and by beast I mean NOS Playfield. Before doing any work on the NOS Playfield, let's do the comparison game, shall we? Yeah, because there is some stuff that I think is a bit weird right now going on. I'm just gonna give you a 5-second looks at the NOS Playfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a 5-second looks at this one. Isn't there something that is different? Well, what about these? What's going on? I know that there is a lot of insert that add new stickers applied to them, but did the old guy actually change every insert on that? Because okay, the official version and even the prototype Playfield of Doctor Who has red inserts. Okay, every pictures of Doctor Who Playfield I stumbled upon on the internet are red. What's going on with that? Where is this coming from? It seems like there has been some tampering. I mean, every contour of inserts seems to be damaged, but just like everything else. So this can be done to actual standard usage and wear of the Playfield, and I don't feel like there is some kind of peeling or that can happen, or if I can push it. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Also, I did some research and see some difference on the serial code here. The one I saw were marked as TAG on the internet, and this one is LSP, and this one is LS. I don't know what LS Lyman sheet, but he's a programmer of Pinball, not a Playfield reproducer. So also I have some not crop marks, but you know, these are the crosshair used to actually be certain that every film are aligned perfectly. So there is at every corner, and on every Playfield repro or NOS that I saw on their internet, there is none of them. Okay, so usually there is no crosshair, and this one has. Why? Also, what is strange is there's the name Mitch Aries or Aries. Mitch. I've done some research on Google and searched a lot. I didn't go as far as the second page of Google, but I could not find anything about Mitch Aries and being related to any pinball stuff or whatever. Okay, when I type Mitch Aries pinball, I stumble upon pachinko, and if I type Mitch Aries Playfield repro, I just end up with Playfield reproduction, nothing about Mitch Aries. And there is another difference that I noticed. This gradient of blue is a lot more purplish. It has a lot more purple than the original one. See, this one is dark. This one is not as dark. This one is a more bluish. And also I know that the prototype Playfield do not have the tartan pattern in the vest of this doctor. Okay, but they made only about a dozen, or I don't know. The early production do not have the pattern. This one has, and this one has too. So this is not an early or prototype Playfield. So it's a mystery. I don't have any answer. Just question thrown in the air, just like that. If you have any leads on anything I just mentioned, please share in the comments. Everything is welcome. As what could be the reason? This is blue. This is bluish. There's no crosshair. What is the SP for? Okay. So that's about it. Right. What I'm about to do right now is actually put the nails into the holes, and the holes are done. There's also the little cavite here that will allow the head to get fully flat with it, but I don't know, I feel it's pretty tight. Actually, this does not have to fit that tight inside the hole, because there's actually the nut underneath that will actually keep this thing into place and nothing will happen to it. So there's no need for it to be tight. I just want this job to be perfect, and that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm gonna oh, by the way, this is a rare sight. You won't see often an old Doctor Who Playfield with the NOS1 just next to it. So let's enjoy the sight. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one aside for a while. I will use it pretty soon as a guideline for the placement of every T-nuts, but right now I'm gonna put the nails. I decided to increase the width of every holes because there was no way it was gonna fit the way it was. I enlarge it, and now I can easily slide the nails and see the friction occurs exactly where it's supposed to be. You see the double threading? The one here has a little bit more width. This is what is biting in the wood. This is what's gonna be holding this nail in place. This has absolutely no necessity to actually grab into it. It's not screwing, and I was not even able to hammer it down. I just tried one little smash and I said no, it's not gonna make it. And now I'm perfectly pleased with the width of it. I'm gonna be able to hammer this down and it's gonna stay in place forever. The reason I'm pointing here right now is because I noticed another thing. It's not a defect, it's a difference. It's not a defect, but there's no holes for, you know, the little black tube that fitted in the other Playfield that I removed. Well, these are supposed to be the guides to align the flipper, okay? And they are missing on this Playfield. Just to show you, this and this are the holes I'm talking about. And also this is a diamond plate Playfield. Okay, it has holes. Oh yeah, this one is a diamond plate too. Okay, where was I? Okay, it has diamond plate, but it does not have the holes. I will not, okay, I will not go as far as drilling new holes to put those little cylinder that has absolutely, I always consider that they are not that useful. I will be able to align the flipper. I've done so many of them. I know the angle they need to be set, so I will not be drilling new holes into this Playfield. Sorry about that. I will not go as far as that. But actually it looks better because they're not there. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Also, I was wondering for a moment if those holes were big enough. But what I realize right now is actually the clear coat that was used actually filled up those holes like it did here. So I thought at first it was just some kind of punch made in factory, just as a guide to drill a hole. But actually it goes through the playfield. So there's actually a hole that goes through the playfield. And that's a relief, because just for a short moment I thought I had to drill holes for every little dent there is here. So everything went seamlessly. I'm now gonna cover the playfield and protect it as well as possible before flipping it. Every T-nuts have been installed. It's looking pretty cool. I had to do some adjustment because the 832 size have a bigger diameter. The flange is a bit wider. It takes a bit more space, so it cannot fit into the grooved area where it's supposed to fit. So these are actually T-nuts I salvaged from the old playfield that I had to put there. As for the one that are close to the side, I managed to actually cut them just the right size, and the claw that get into the wood are not affected by this. So I did the same thing here, just in order to prevent the metal overlapping over the hole, but structurally it's as strong as it's supposed to be. Okay, so now it's ready to receive parts that are all just here. And I have all the LEDs from the Comet Pinball sites. These are 2 SMD frosted LED. The 2 SMD model means that there is 2 surface mounted diodes on the bottom here of the LED, and there's a frosted dome for better light dissipation. The thing is, when I built this kit, it was based on this actual playfield with a lot of blue inserts. So I have a lot of blue, but I have to fill an area of red inserts. So that's a bummer, because I buy just a bit more of each of them, but not enough to cover all the red ones. So I will have to order more of them. That's a bit of a pain, yeah, because what I was actually about to do is actually put back in place all the PCBs, because those are pretty easy. Just unplug this and screw it down, put the right color of LED, and we're done. So I will do all the ones I can. I also cleaned the PCB while doing so. But I will have to find a way to get 2 SMDs red LED as fast as possible. But hey, that won't stop me for now. Let's progress. Okay, this is as far as I will go for vlog number 12. What do you think? It looks pretty promising, isn't it? Every little wire stand up has been cleaned, and most of the PCBs have been installed, except that one that cannot be placed until I put the the stand-up target, because the screw that hold them in place are under the PCB that goes there. So exciting, isn't it? It's an exciting time. Okay, so stay tuned for vlog 13, where I expect to be able to put down all of this on the playfield. And until then, like, share, comment, subscribe, click the bell, and everything you want. See you soon. Bye.